Welcome back to Opposite Day here. Um, for anyone new to the game, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to speedrun this. We're gonna break down each level one by one, and I'm gonna share tips. Alright, first I want to go over my credentials, just so that you know that you can trust me. I'm not the greatest player to ever play this game, however, I am ranked 37th in the world on speedrun.com. I have a time of 36.2. So that's pretty good. Um, yeah, I've played this game a few thousand times by now. Spent at least 100, maybe 200 hours on it. So I have poured some effort into it. I have talked with the community a bit. I do know some ways that you can improve your times. So yeah, let's go over it. All right. So first, when you load into this game, you see that you can just start like this, right? And you can move, jump up here, and go over. Okay, that is completely valid. However, when you start, you can also just hold your A button or your left arrow button if you're using arrows. I'm going to be talking in WASD because I'm a WASD gamer, so we're going to be doing that for now. You can hold this and then jump here, and it is the same time regardless. It is 1.57 seconds. Does not matter. Personally, I like to hold my A key. I think it's easier. Um, because once you hit it, you have to go immediately into this jump. I think it's easier to already be holding it. Um, yeah. So on the second level, once you get to here, you want to jump here, right here, and go over and into this. You don't want to clip right here, and make sure you land. You have to land in between here and in between here to make sure that you don't clip this. So when you do that, it looks something like this, and that is perfect. Now, when you get to this area right here, there's a slowdown effect that happens, and it's supposed to happen. Um, so what you want to do is right before you hit the frame here, right like that, you want to jump, and then you are in the hole. You definitely do not want to clip this area, and you do not want to hit this. Okay, you definitely don't want to hit this because it forces you backwards, and you don't want to do that. So there is two ways that you can do it. Both are valid. I have seen um, like really good players do them both. I do them both. Whichever way you want is fine. So let me show them to you. When you get to this area, you can either just fall, and then as you're falling, or when you're about to hit, once you've cleared the block in the middle, you can just press forward and go in the air, start your momentum like that. That is perfectly fine. There's also a different way to do it, however, where um, as you fall, you hit backwards like this and then go around. Personally, I dislike that. I think it takes away your momentum, but there have been top players who have done it, and it does work at times. So if you like that better yourself, go for it. I think the world record does use that, by the way. Um, so yeah, it is perfectly valid. Now, when you get here, when you get to this level is actually pretty easy. There's just one thing you need to know, honestly. Also, just make sure you're hitting these fast. The speed really does matter here. I would not suggest holding down your W key once you hit it. You can, but you can also just like time it. You want to get it so that you hit this really on the edge right here on the first edge closer to you, and then you want to hit it closer to you again so that you can get up faster. If you hit on the left side of this second block more, it takes away a few milliseconds. You really don't want that. What you want to do is try to hit. That was bad. See, that was bad. That was bad. What you want to try and do is jump out of this, hit this edge, hit that edge, and go around like that. Perfect. See, I didn't hit here. I did not hit over here. I hit here instead, which enabled me to hit here and go up faster, which is exactly what you want. Now, once you get here to this area right here, it's pretty important. I think now there's two ways of doing this. Is that either you can come all the way up to like here and jump over and then go like this. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I think it wastes time. But what you can do instead is hit this, hit here, and then jump like that. Some people do this strangely. I'll show you when I get there. All right, we're back. So some people choose to go like this, and then here, and then jump over. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I'll explain to you why I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that because you don't want to hit this top area. This is highly important. You do not want to hit this top area at all. You want to go over it. You want to be here and go over it without clipping it. Like that. Yes, like that. You want to go over it. So the perfect chain for you to do here is to go, like, let's pretend you just got here, is that you want to hit the middle of this, hit the bottom of it, just barely hit that next step, and then glide over. Like that. Perfect. And you see how I hit that wall there? That's intentional. I'm redirecting my momentum. I hit that wall, and it shoves me this way into this, which is faster than just gliding down on air. So, you hit that wall, you come over here, and then you should just turn that into one continuous motion, hitting that other wall and bringing you down. You can do a little jump there so that when you hit the ceiling, it brings you down faster. I like doing that as well. So I'm going to make that one continuous motion, and you can see how that goes. Here, I slightly clipped it there. I am going to redo that for you, guys. Alright, let me make it a clear motion. So I'm here. You see how I hit that? I jumped over it. Real simple. I hit this bottom part is first. I hit just barely on the edge of the second, jumped over it, hit the wall, and made it one continuous motion until I was firmly under that roof, and I jumped and then let the momentum carry me down. That's perfect. That is exactly what you want to do. Once you're here, it's not that hard, I guess. There's one thing that you have to learn. This did take me a little while to learn because I kept trying to jump here and hitting this thing above. So what you want to do is you want to get here and hit the thing above like I just did. Not my brightest moment right there. Alright, what you want to do is you want to get off this and immediately go into a jump. You do not want to go to here and then jump up and over. That wastes time and is bad. No. What you want to do is come here, and you really don't want to try and clip that. You want to go up like that and then over like that. You see how I hit this jump without hitting this here or hitting this here. That is perfect. You don't want to hit that red thing, that you have enough space to make this jump for sure. Sometimes you will clip it. That's not ideal, but that is perfect right there. That is exactly what you want, and then you just quickly jump up. Yep. Make sure you are hitting these jumps as fast as possible. You can hold W if you would like. I think just hitting it is fine, but it works either way. It is perfect. It's just fine. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the game. I get it wrong sometimes. I feel like everyone gets it wrong sometimes. It is difficult to do consistently, but it isn't honestly that difficult. Okay, so you're going to want to come when you get here. I see some people jump up here and then go down. That's a terrible idea. This just wastes time. You're always faster on the ground than you are in the air. There's only some specific scenarios where you need to jump to make short-term momentum. But for long-term momentum like this, you are always slower. You do not want to do that. Instead, what you want to do is and make sure you fall in the air. Yes, you will be hitting this on the way down, just one, but it should be, you should not be riding it like I did. Like if you're doing this, you're doing it wrong. It might make sense in your head that you're falling straight down so you go faster than if you're curved, but the physics engine is dumb. So instead, you need to be trying to hit things like that, or now that I'm trying, I can't do it. Yeah, this, and that's actually perfect. See, right here is one of the most vital parts. You have to be able to hit to get a good run, you just have to be able to hit a perfect slide right here. Like that. You have to be able to do that. And once you hit the ground, you immediately jump and go over. I didn't mean to jump there. You immediately jump and go over like this. Once you hit this wall right here, you hit this and then you come down on this. right? That is what you need to do. I'm going to show you 2 strategies to win. There are 2 more strategies on the second to last level that can help you win. I want you to pay attention once I get down this. I want you to pay attention where my body hits these walls, because they matter. The next position, I'm going to use that short-term momentum boost from the walls to hit myself just a few milliseconds faster to the ground. Watch. That was bad. Let me watch. Down. You hit this wall and then you immediately curve and hit the other one. Now here's the first one. You can jump and then the floor opens. If you jump, if you stay on that floor, what happens is it projects out, tiles you up a little bit, and you do not want that. You absolutely do not want that. If you get projectile up, then it's alright, actually. Everything will be fine. The wall will not hit you, you won't die, but what will happen is that you waste about half a second, because you don't get, it's not short-term momentum anymore, it turns to long form, and you know that that is slower, so you're just falling down. That's bad. You definitely don't want that. No. So you can jump and try to predict it like I just did, where you follow it down, or you can go here and then hit the curve and then you just fall down. That you take that short-term momentum I just mentioned and you turn it into a falling motion. That is exactly what you want. Perfect. Here, there's nothing difficult really about this, except it's inverted keys. Up is down, down is up, and your A and D keys are inverted. Once you get a hang of this isn't hard. You just insta-immediately. I just invented a new word, insta-immediately. Anyways, you instantly and immediately just jump up. The 2 things you need to notice are right here is that you can take advantage of the short-term momentum. So right here, instead of going off this and going through that little gap, you don't want to do that. You want to hit the thing above and use that to propel you to the other one like this. The reason you want to do that is because of the short-term momentum. You can do the same thing on the next one. I didn't jump. Here. And then bring it down like that. You saw how I hit that thing right there? That is perfect. Do it again. Perfect. And then just get fast with the jumps. You can do that. And then here you can just hold down your jump button. Perfect. And that's the game. I'm gonna go through once as an actual speed run. I just missed everything. We're gonna try one more time. I'm gonna show you the speed run with everything in it. Hit on the edge. Perfect. Hit right there on the bottom. Yes, we did not clip it. We're doing very well so far. And we're making good time. Yes, we hit that perfectly. We hit that perfectly. This is what I like to see. Yes. That's a decent time. That's about 700 milliseconds off my best. It's not perfect, but it is good for now. So yeah, if you want to do decent in this game, there's all your tips. Yep. There's a link to the John Butler Discord server down in the description. If you would like to join the community, talk about it more, you can meet me. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.